Hi my friends, and welcome to this tutorial and guide of the different drivers. I'm going to talk to you about all the different drivers, just say pros and cons with it, and actually have a discussion with myself and hopefully with you guys as well, which one you think will be best on the different tools. As you can see my bag here. And before I started to talk about the drivers, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button on the channel and also follow me on Twitch. I go under the name Golf Clash Tommy on Twitch as well. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to just say that when you start your game and when you start your Golf Clash game, you will be put with a beginner drive, and this is not something that you want to use. Of course, you can see you don't have any power, you just have a few 10 accuracy, 5 in curl. So we'll leave the beginner driver because as soon as you get something unlocked, you will change that. The second driver that you normally get unlocked is the rocket. The rocket is a club that you will use in the beginner tools, especially until you get the extra mile. I would say that the rocket has come very handy now in the tournaments when I need a lot of backspin. And you don't get a lot of backspin until you have it in almost maximum level. So the rocket in the way has from the beginning doesn't have that much power. It just has some slight accuracy, it has some backspin, it has some topspin, and also some okay ball guide. And again, this is a driver that you will use until you unlock the extra mile. Now you can see you are comparing it to the Apocalypse all the time, and you can see the difference, of course, with the upgraded. The rocket is in maximum level, the Apocalypse it's not. I'm going to talk first of all about the Big Topper. The Big Topper is like a fun club. I know many people are actually using Big Topper to play, especially when they play on a tool where you need to just be going to the fairway and use the topspin to go really far. Even though you just have 217 yards on the Big Topper, I think it's 211 from the beginning, then you have the 100 in topspin, which means that the ball will go long, really long. So I see people use it on 2.6 because you have some fairway there where you can go a bit far down the fairway. So that's a club to have in your bag, especially again for the tournament. If you find yourself with the hole where you need to go far, but you don't want to, and you just want to be sure that you land yourself on the fairway, and you don't have much rough close to the fairway on the sides. So you have a big spot to aim for and a big way to go further down. Otherwise, the Big Topper is not a club that you use in the regular tools in general, and that's again because you're using the extra mile. We are going to talk about the extra mile now. This is the club that you want to unlock as soon as possible in the beginning, and the reason for that is that you get some really good power. If we remember again, we had the rocket, can go back, see with 211 yards, and that's a maximum the rocket. The extra mile do start at 232, if I'm not incorrect. No, sorry, it's not 232. It's somewhere around 230, or 220, 230. And that, of course, helps you a lot in the beginner tools where you actually get some distance. You normally unlock the extra mile when you play tool 2. And if you haven't unlocked the extra mile, I wouldn't suggest for you to go up to the next tool. So extra mile, as you can see, it's a general club. It has some good ball guide, you have some topspin, accuracy, backspin, and curl. The only thing that is really good on this club is the power. But the extra mile is a club that you use until you get the Apocalypse in level 4, and also the Thor's hammer until Thor's hammer is in level 6. So the extra mile is a club where you use from the beginning that is a really good club. So stick with that as long as possible. and you will find it so useful. The next one we're gonna go through is the quarterback. And the quarterback is also a club that comes handy in the tournament, especially because you get a lot of ball guide really quick. So even though when you have it in level 6, level 7, level 8, you have some decent ball guide, and you can in certain situations use that club. I would not suggest to use that club in the regular tool, as again you should use the extra mile. So the pros on this one is most definitely you have the ball guide, you have maximum accuracy, you have good curl, but you don't have the power. And power with combined with a not good topspin means that you will not use this one as a driver because it's so much more important to go long. We have the rock, and I think this is actually in general combined with the rocket the worst driver we have, and the reason for that is that I can't see the purpose in using it, because you only have 3 more yards in power if you compare it to the quarterback, and you have better backspin, better curl with the quarterback as well, and you don't have anything in the topspin level as well, and ball guide is the only thing combined with accuracy that I actually think it's good on this club. So this is a club that I have only used in 1 or 2 holes in the tournament. Otherwise I haven't used this one in any tool, and I suggest that you let it be, because yeah, it's not a good club. Thor's hammer. We have been having a debate in the forum about the Thor's hammer, and there has probably been many debates about it. And the Thor's hammer is a club that you can use when you get it up in a higher level. I know people having it in level 6, level 5, level 6, and then it's a really good club. It lacks curl to be used at tool 11, for example, and also tool 10 when you need to have some good curl. Otherwise, you have some good power, you have some good accuracy, topspin and backspin, and when you go up to level 6, for example, you will get some really good topspin, and you also go up with some more accuracy and backspin, which makes this club really good. And I would suggest you to use that one if you are playing on a tool where you don't need to use curl. So the only the only bad thing about this club is the curl, and when you need curl, when you need to curl a lot on some of the tools, especially on the higher tools, you do basically have just 2 clubs to choose between. Oh, and last but not least, the Apocalypse. The Apocalypse is a drive where that people are looking for. Basically, since they start to know which clubs is the good or and bad. The Apocalypse, I didn't start to use my Apocalypse until I had it in level 4, and the reason for that is that I think that the Extra Mile level 7 is better than Apocalypse level 3, because you don't have that much backspin on the Apocalypse until you level it up to level 5. When you get it to level 5, it's by far the best driver by all the drivers, if the other drivers would be maxed. Maybe Thor's hammer would kick it, but I don't think so either. So the Apocalypse level 5, level 6, level 7, that no other driver will compete with that. The only lack it has in the beginning is the backspin. Otherwise it has curl, it has power, it has topspin, and also some good accuracy, and that will help you a lot on many of the tools. But on some tools, especially on tool 11, you would want to have some backspin, and that's why leveling it up to level 5 is really good. So if we just grade the drivers from what do we have? We have 8 drivers, and if we just take away the beginner drive, I would say number 9, no sorry, it's 8 drives. Number 7, I would put the rock. And I base that on, as I said, I don't see the purpose with it. It doesn't have any specialty that is really good. The curl, yeah, but the curl needs to be combined with the power, or or and topspin, I think. Number 6, I would say the rocket. And the reason that I say the rocket as number 6, not number 7, is because of the massive backspin. And it comes handy in many, not many, but in some tournament situations, especially on some tough par 3s from Masters Division. And also on Expert as well. So I say the rocket is number 6. Number 5, I say the quarterback. And the reason for that I say the quarterback is that it only lacks power. And now I'm talking about the maxed out quarterback, and also in general when it's in a lower level. So the quarterback also, as I said, comes handy in the tournament, but otherwise not. So number 4, we take the big topper actually, and the big topper has the topspin that helps your ball to go long, and the thing that you want to do with your driver is to go far down the fairway, and the big topper fills that purpose, especially if you have some tailwind behind you. Then the topspin will help you go further down the fairway a lot, and you will have some good topspin always from the beginning as well. No, sorry, that was number 4, of course. Number 3, Thor's hammer, is in general a really good club, but lacks the curl, and that's why it places itself number 3, as I would otherwise place number 2 if it wouldn't be for the curl. Number 2, the extra mile. It's the club that you mostly use in general, and this is the club that you will probably use from 2 up to 10 to 11, depending on how fast you get the apocalypse. And it basically is a general club with some good topspin and power combined, and that will make your ball go far down the fairway. Yeah, and number 1, the apocalypse. Again, many people are looking for the apocalypse directly from the start of the game, and you will not be getting the apocalypse in the shop until you have 2,450 trophies and have unlocked to 10. And that's important to know, and you can be lucky to get it in a chest, but not many people get that. So my friend, that was just a tutorial of the different drivers that we have. I will be back for a wood tutorial, so I hope you liked. If you have any questions about any of the drivers, please make a comment in the comment section, or just message me on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also follow me on Twitch. Thanks for watching, my friends.